Hi, good afternoon or good morning, depending upon when you're seeing this video. We're here to do discussion 2, talking about ethics and morality. The first thing I want to talk about for my first set of questions is a concept called the wisdom of the crowd. Crowds, when properly sourced, can give better data than an individual assessment in a lot of cases. When asked to guess the number of jelly beans in a jar, if you take a class of 50 people and then you take an average of their guesses. In one instance that was cited here on the website that I'll show, the aggregate was 871, the actual value was 850, and only one person out of a 50 student class got closer than their aggregate value. So what are we saying here? We're saying here that the crowd itself had the ability to garner better data as a group than as an individual. And they were not working together when this happened, and social and psychological experiments from the 1920s through the 1950s also bore this information out. So what does this have to do with what we're talking about? Well, one of the things that we talked about was Wikipedia. People have the ability to input data into there, to change data, and are responsible for keeping that data. So with that, what ethical responsibility does a poster or editor on Wikipedia have? Is it just to cite their sources? Is it only to post information they know to be true? What other possible ethical ramifications and responsibilities do they have? Second question is what ethical and responsibility does a user or reader have on Wikipedia? Do they have to go and individually verify all their sources to ensure their accuracy? Do they have to report things they know to not be true? And by being a user of Wikipedia, does that automatically make you a contributor because the medium is open source and you can't be a user without somehow being a contributor? The third question I have regarding the wisdom of the crowd is the crowd always right? Or do they always do the right thing? Does the wisdom of the crowd only refer to guessing jelly beans or gathering data? Or does it also hold true when it comes to ethics and moral responsibility? And the last question in this group of questions is, what is your moral and obligation to the group, to society? In the immortal words of JFK, ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. What are your moral obligations to the group? Do you need to report suspicious activity? Do you need to ensure your adherence to the laws and nothing more? Is that your only responsibility, is to adhere to the code of the land? So I'd be interested to hear what you have on those questions, and I'll have more questions to follow.